Ihr seht fast fort, mein Name ist Charlotte Roche. And that's Norman Cook.
Decent.
Wow. Would you say that your DJing affects your producer work directly? Would you be a different producer?
Definitely, yeah. I've always said to make dance music, you have to be a DJ. You have to be a DJ or spend all your time in nightclubs.
Yeah, see people dance.
And it's the best way, because when you're a DJ, you spend hours just watching people dance. And over the years, you kind of learn which bits of the track they respond to, which kind of ideas work. Yeah. And it's like, it's kind of your work experience, you know. So I think, yeah, I mean, when I'm making the record, I'm definitely thinking about last weekend and, oh yeah, everyone's kind of likes that bit, you know, everyone's sort of, you know, or I do something I think, that'll work, you know. So yeah, it's...
That'll work, I know it.
You know, and when you're a DJ, like, rather than, you know, other people go, that might work. When you're a DJ, you go, that'll work. You just know. Yeah,
and do you test at all when you're DJing? So they'll have the...
I always, as soon as I finish a track, I make an acetate so I can play it out, which is normally 3 or 4 months before it's released. Okay. So I kind of preview it, but it's not really testing. I've never played a track and then gone back into the studio and thought, no, you should have done that. Yes. So I sort of say I'm testing it, but I'm just...
But you're not.
I know it's fit, you know. Well, you can't, like I said, with that DJ instinct, you kind of know it's going to work. Yeah. But that is the greatest moment. The greatest moment is the first time you play a new tune that you've done, and you just wait, and then especially when the beat, because you've never heard it really loud. Yeah. And when I work at home, like I haven't got enormous speakers, so I've only ever heard it on speakers that well, I just can't. My ears can't take it that loud, and because I work at home, I can't, you know, keep everyone awake by playing it that loud. So, but you kind of know there's this sub bass that's going to kick in. Yeah. So the first time you hear it in a club and you see everyone dancing to it, you're just like, yes. It's the greatest feeling.
No, we just have to mention for this wonderful sound man why it's so loud.
Why what's so loud?
Why the sound is so loud from outside? Because Norman wanted to open the window. That's why you can hear the sound. He's a diva.
No, it's because I live on the beach and I just love fresh air. Yeah. And it's just a bit stuffy today, and I just woke up, and so if you can hear people clanking around outside, I'm sorry.
It's his fault.
Entschuldigung.
Entschuldigung. You keep saying Entschuldigung. Can I have one of your cigarettes?
Certainly, yeah.
What are they? Oh, Benson and Hedges.
They're American Benson and Hedges.
But show-off cigarettes, aren't they? They're longer.
I smoke Benson and Hedges, but I've just come from America. Yeah. And they only sell, in America, they only sell the long ones. Oh, okay. They're kind of pimp Benson and Hedges. Mm-hmm. Whereas in England, Benson and Hedges are smoked by, like, builders and bricklayers. These are kind of like your pimp ones.
And back to clubs. Well, what would you say is a perfect club besides the Big Beat Boutique?
Oh, I was going to say the Big Beat Boutique.
No, you're not allowed to.
What, naming clubs or just...
Yeah, all over the world.
There's a club called Zouk in Singapore, which is absolutely brilliant. It comes down to the owner and how much love they put into it, whether they just want to make money or, you know, get the kids in. Yeah. But there's a club called Zouk. Fabric in London is a very good club. The End in London is very good. Yes.
But what does...
Pasha in Ibiza.
What exactly do you mean with this love thing, that you realise that somebody made it with love?
Well, the people spend money on the right things. They spend money on making the place feel comfortable, and that so you feel at home in it. From a DJ's point of view, if they've spent money on making the DJ booth nice and well equipped. Yeah. There's a club I played last week in New York called Centrofly, and that's the owner realises how important it is to spoil the DJ. So the DJ booth's got a fridge in it, you know, full of beer, and it's got a sofa for your mates to hang out in.
Sometimes that seems, the DJ booth seems as if it's the most unimportant thing ever.
And you just like, you're sort of crammed in one, you know.
People sort of, I remember, I used to have boyfriends that span in little towns, and they had sort of DJ tables where people would knock and the whole thing would shake. And
so it's nice to feel safe, but also you don't want to be sort of cocooned, because I get lonely if I'm on my own for 2.5, 3 hours.
Sometimes they put DJs really high up somewhere.
Yeah, I don't like it when I'm high up because I can't see a lot of the crowd. And I like it if it's a booth big enough that I can have 5 of my friends in. Yeah. And yeah, that one, the Centrify, is perfect because I'm sort of here, and then there's a sofa over there with a fridge, so all my friends can hang out and get drinks, and I can talk to them. The crowd can't see them, but you know, I've got my mates, and they can, you know, I remember there were some people over from Japan, and every time I looked through, I could just see these people from Japan going. And when you see smiling faces of your friends, it always makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah. And another thing I read about you is that you've got a star now in the Brighton's Hall of Fame, hanging next to Winston Churchill.
It's not hanging. It's gonna be set in the pavement.
Oh, okay.
But they haven't got around to working out how they're going to do it yet.
It's not in yet.
No, it was supposed to be in last year. But in the meantime, what they've done is they've put our names on the front of all the buses, all the council buses.
Yes.
You know, just above the driver's cab, it's got our names. So you see a bus driving around with Norman Cook written on it, which is a bizarre one. And someone said Brighton would be a much better place if the people whose names are on the buses are actually driving them.
Yes, that would be good. So it's going to be next to Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Do you like that idea?
Well, that's only just because in the alphabet, Cook comes straight after Churchill.
Yeah.
But basically, it's all people who were either born in Brighton and went on to be very famous, or Brighton residents that Brighton's proud of. Yeah. Or people who, I mean, like, there's The Who, because of quadrophenia. Yeah. There's The Who, there's Anita Broderick, who started the Body Shop, because it started in Brighton. Oh. There's ABBA, which I was like, ABBA? It's because they won the Eurovision Song Contest in Brighton, and that's what launched their career.
Well, that's a bit...
I thought that was a bit tenuous.
Yes.
I mean,
It's like putting a star for everybody who lived in a hotel in Brighton, a bit.
Well, no, I mean, I thought that was tenuous. There's a greyhound, a greyhound racing dog, yes. that apparently was, you know, brought up in Brighton. But no, I mean, I'm very proud of that. I mean, it's kind of, I'm very happy that Brighton people are proud of me. Because there's a thing in Brighton, that everybody, as soon as they become successful, they move up to London. Yeah. And I've stayed in Brighton for 17 years. Oh, and now my wife, Zoe, who's like a very famous TV presenter, she's...
I know. For God's sake,
well, I had to explain...
English family. Oh, yes, that's true.
I had to explain for the German
They don't know. Yeah.
My wife is like 10 times more famous than me, and she's a TV presenter. Yeah. Not difficult, though. But she's actually moved down to Brighton now. And it's great when we walk around in Brighton, everyone goes, Zoe, well done, welcome to Brighton, you know, lovely to see you. Because we're used to there being a drain of successful people going up to London, so it's really nice that Brighton's very proud of its own.
Yeah. And you made a song for a soundtrack for Baz Luhrmann, the new Baz Luhrmann film.
I'm making. I should finish it next week. Yeah.
But is it true that it's a version of the Cancan?
No, it's not.
Oh.
What it is the film's called Moulin Rouge. Yes. And it's about the Cancan. But being Baz, you know, he can't do it normally, so he shot the sequence of them all dancing the Cancan to the Cancan. But he then got me to replace the music with like techno. Yeah. So they're all now doing like that to like.
That's good.
So the whole song, the whole film, all the songs are like the juxtaposition. Like they'll be doing very modern songs like "Smells Like Teen Spirit," but done in turn of the century Paris. You know, with accordions and that.
Sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah, it's well, we know what he did with Romeo and Juliet. It was kind of set. He likes moving things around.
Sort of 90s.
Yeah. And this is it's a musical starring Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman, and they sing in it all the way through. So it's a musical, but he's moved everything around so it's the wrong versions of songs, and I mean, it's the first time I've actually worked. Well, I worked a bit with Sean on Guy Ritchie, on Snatch. Yeah. But I didn't have time to finish it. Okay. I was working for a bit, and then I said, you know what, I've got to get my album done. Yeah. So this is the first time I've actually properly finished working on a soundtrack, because a lot of my music gets used in films, but they just, you know, they say, can we use it? And I say, yeah, fine.
Yeah, but you don't do it.
I don't work with this, but this is actually, you know, every 3 days I talk to Baz on the phone, I sent him another version, he's like, yeah, no, we need to do that. So it's nearly finished.
So do you like doing that? Maybe you'll do that more?
Yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do, but it takes a long, long time. Yeah. I like to score a whole film takes about 6 months, and I've never before really had 6 months to, you know, I didn't want to take my career, you know, take 6 months off. Yeah. But as I get older, I think it's something I'd like to do more. Because I get too old to be doing this and, you know, running around DJing.
No, you don't.
So, ultimately, it's something I'd like to do more of.
Yeah. And this is the final question now.
OK.
Do you dance to your own music?
Only when I'm DJing. OK. But I'm not... I'm actually probably dancing to the next song in my headphones. OK. But no, not not normally. If I'm in a club and I'm dancing and one of my tunes comes on, I'm just like, okay, I'll see you later. No, I don't think it's like...
The one running out is normal.
It was like, you said I could say anything. I think dancing to your own record would be like drinking your own sperm.
Ah.
A bit tasteless, do you know what I mean?
Well, thank you for that sentence. So that was it. Thank you very much.
Alles klar.
Alles klar.